Back in December 2022, I was lucky enough to win the Football Lives Here competition by Looking FC, and I got to choose a trip of my choice. I chose El Clásico, and this is a film about that trip. 3:45 in the morning, and I'm on my way to my little brother's house, and then to Stansted. Room, 2 twin beds, not double. After finding our hotel and freshening up, we met our team captain and host for the weekend, Pau, a local Catalan and Barcelona fan. The first stop on our trip was to Camp Nou for a stadium tour. We saw trophies, old kits, memorabilia. We walked through the press room, the changing rooms, the dugouts, the stands, and of course got to go pitch side and see the stadium in all its glory. Pau then took us to our first place for dinner. He wanted to give us a truly authentic Catalan dining experience, and it was exactly that. So Dane has got a snail to try. Come Dane, eat up. Catalan style. Look at this.
How do you take it high and all that?
Come on, eat it.
Oh.
Eat it. Let's see. Dane, eat it all. Is it good? We had a Catalan tapas and sampled a local delicacy, snails, that actually tasted quite nice. We then took a trip back to the stadium as Pau had managed to get hold of some Barca basketball tickets. Barca really is more than a football club. Turns out they have a basketball, rugby, futsal, handball and hockey team. We sat in a fan section, they played drums, chanted, laughed and cheered. We met locals and enjoyed a really good evening there. Barca won the match 85-79 and we headed back to our hotel in good spirits with full stomachs and lots of excitement for the rest of our trip. First full day of our Looking FC tour in Barcelona. Yesterday we went to the basketball. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was nice.
It was really cool.
Good atmosphere.
Yeah. What else did we do yesterday? I went to the new camp, the Camp Nou, and went for tapas. And now we're off to meet another tour guide in Las Ramblas to see some other footballing bits and bobs. After a big Catalan breakfast, we met another guide, Silvana, at Las Ramblas for a walking tour of Barcelona. It involved seeing major sites and lesser known parts of the city. We learnt about the Barca founders and the relationship between Barca as a football club and the city and how they cross over and play a big role in Catalan identity. Beyond football, we visited a local food market, some small art galleries, local artisans, and we were even taken to a specialty coffee house that opened in 1919. We did a lot of walking but really enjoyed the tour. We reunited with Pau and he took us to another local tapas restaurant where we ate a hearty lunch and tried calcots, a type of charred but sweet Catalan onion that you peel, dip in this red sauce and then lower into your mouth. It was messy, fun and very tasty. We then headed to a small local team in Barcelona, CE Europa, and met a club enthusiast there who told us all about the highs and lows of the club. After the talk with the football enthusiast, we sat down with Jorge, a football agent and former footballer who was giving us a masterclass in all things Barcelona. It was supposed to last an hour, but we ended up sitting there for about 3 hours, and honestly, we could have probably sat there for another 3 hours. He was fascinating. The stories he told us and the insights he gave us are just... I won't share any of the details of what he told us here, but I will say that for his masterclass alone, the trip was worth it. We then jumped in a taxi and headed to another restaurant for dinner with Pau. He wanted to take us somewhere quite fancy. It was a 1930s style tapas restaurant that served the most delicious food. We spent the evening eating, drinking and reliving the day's events. We left with our taste buds tingling, our stomachs full and full of excitement and anticipation for the match ahead. Today is the big day, match day. Yesterday was a lot of fun. We've got some free time now. We're going to go to Park Güell, have some lunch and then head to the Nou Camp for the big match. And it's lovely and sunny today. Ahead of the match, as we had some free time and it was a beautifully sunny day, we headed up to the quirky Park Güell for some fantastic views of the city. We then walked to La Sagrada Familia and then to Barceloneta before heading back to the hotel to meet Pau for some pre-match build-up. Pau had bought us these Barca scarves and wanted to take us to a local bar/restaurant for some snacks, drinks and pre-match build-up. After a few drinks and some food, we headed to the stadium and we could already feel the atmosphere beginning to build. We went to another bar opposite the stadium where we met some of his friends and locals for a drink. The chanting and singing had begun and the area was buzzing. Fireworks, flares and flags were plenty. The atmosphere was immense. We entered the stadium and the place was electric. To see Camp Nou full with 97,000 fans chanting was insane. The game started quite tensely. Madrid took an early lead, but to the home fans' relief, Barca levelled the game just before half-time. Pau got us some more snacks and drinks for the break, and in the second half Madrid took the lead but VAR disallowed the goal for offside. And late into the game, Barca scored a winner and the stadium erupted. It was the perfect way to end the match and our trip. If you're a football fan and considering a trip with Looking FC, I would highly recommend it. The experiences and the knowledge, it's just second to none. I've been to Barcelona 5 times now and I've seen stuff on this trip that I'd never seen before. The entire process has been super easy as well. Everything from tickets and accommodation to dinner and drinks was all sorted for us and couldn't have been easier. I'd like to thank everyone at Looking FC for this incredible trip, everyone behind the scenes to my childhood hero Eric Cantona. It was amazing, thank you so much. Also special mentions to Jorge for his extra time and incredible stories, and of course the one and only Senor Pau for being an amazing captain, host and just a great guy. Truly a once in a lifetime trip that we will never forget.